Okay, so again, this is somewhere tying down to why people are not taking risk or why people are not challenging themselves, because they are not motivated. They feel that, okay, last time we did something challenging, but I did not get appreciation, or my boss or my manager was not happy with this. So that's the feeling, that's the experience or feeling what they are getting, and because of which they fail to take any challenging decisions, or they fail to actually go ahead and do anything challenging, right? So that is one of the fundamental reasons why people are not engaged at their workplace, or why fundamentally that there's a lack of motivation of employees at workplace. All right. So this is an interesting survey which was done by Gallup, where this data came out. Now I'm going to give you another exercise, a small exercise for all of you to do. Okay, and people who have joined in LinkedIn, they can also do this exercise. I will put it in the chat box here. Okay, now let us assume that you are going to hire an employee in your company, someone who's going to work with you. Okay, someone who's going to work with you. Now, what you will see in the survey is, you will see in the survey 6 attributes. Those 6 attributes are the basis on which you're going to select the employees. Okay, those 6 attributes are the basis on which you're going to select the employee. So what you have to do is you have to rank those 6 attributes. The 6 attributes are obedience, creativity, passion, initiative, expertise, and diligence. I will repeat once again that when you're going to hire a candidate, there are 6 attributes you have to rank. What is the topmost attribute you will select? Which is the least priority attribute you will give? So I'll repeat the attributes again: obedience, creativity. So am I obedient? Am I creative? Do I have passion? Do I have initiative, or do I take initiative? Do I have the expertise? Am I diligent? So you have to rank these 6 attributes in a candidate from a scale of 1 to 6. I hope the ask is clear. So you have to do it here. You have to do this exercise here on this link which I have shared with all of you. So if you can go on that link, and if you can capture your responses on a scale of 1 to 6, how will you rank? How will you rank? Like, which is the most important one? Which is the least important one? So what happens is, when you go on that link, you will get a form like this. So if you think creativity is one, mark it like this. If you think obedience is 2, mark it like this. If this is 3, if this is 4, if this is 5, this is 6, mark it like this and click on submit button, right? So just do it that way. But if you think this is 1 and this is 3, do it this way. Or if you think this is 1 and this is actually 4, you have to do it this way. Make sure that you have all the columns present. Okay, you'll have to make sure that all the columns at the end of the day are filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you cannot have 2 as 4. So 4, 5, and 6 like this. So that is how you will have to do it. Yeah, so let's do this, and let me know once you are done. Let me know once you are done, and I'll reveal what would be the answers. I've got already 4 responses. Thank you very much. So don't worry, the data will get trashed out later on. We are not capturing your email IDs and all, so don't worry, right? So don't worry, absolutely, the data will get trashed out. We don't maintain any data. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Jack, for your responses. Thanks, Alexander. I'm seeing good response from everyone. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for sharing your responses. I think people who submitted would have also seen the answers, right? People who submitted would have also seen the answers. You'll come to know where you got it wrong. Again, this is coming from a book, What Matters Now. This survey comes from a book, a very interesting book, What Matters Now, or what exactly you should be looking in an employee. And again, it is tied back to our topic, that how we can challenge ourselves. Only people who has got that first attribute will be able to challenge themselves. Otherwise, people who don't have that first attribute, they won't be able to challenge themselves. Okay, let me see how many responses we have got. Okay, yeah, I think we have got 6 responses. Maybe others can also quickly give their responses. I'll wait for a few seconds and then I will reveal. All right. Okay. So I think we have got the responses. Now let me show you the answer. Let me show you the answer. Now, if you go by this book, what matters now? What this book says is that the number one skill you should look in your people is passion. They should be passionate enough. Number two is creativity. They should be creative. Number three is take initiative. They should be in a position to take critical initiative. Number four is expertise. Number five is diligent. Number six is obedience. So what this book goes on to say is that skills which are ranked 4, 5, and 6, they are easily outsourceable, which means you can outsource those skills easily. 4, 5, and 6 skills are those skills which you can easily outsource outside, right? But 1, 2, and 3 you cannot outsource. Nowadays we talk a lot about robotics, right? That robo is going to come and take our jobs, right? I mean, things are going to be automated, because of which there could be a job loss. There could be a job loss which could be happening because of all of this, right? We hear a lot about these things, right? So obviously, what this survey says or what this exercise says is that there are 3 things which no robo can take from you: your passion related to the job, your creativity, what you bring, and the ability to take initiative. The remaining 3, like expertise, diligence, and obedience, they can be handed over to the robo, right? Those are the skills which are easily transferable. But the first 3 skills, passion, creativity, and initiative, are skills which really cannot be taken by anyone else. So those are the skills which really cannot be outsourced, or which really cannot be taken by anyone else. How many of you got it right, by the way? Did anyone get it right completely? Just want to be check here. Or at least if you got the first 3 right. If you got the first 3 items right, just wanted to check on that. That by any chance, if anyone got the first 3 items right, just check your answers and let me know that whether you got the answer right or not. Anyone who got the first 2 right or the first 3 right? Got the first 3, but swap 2 and 3. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as long as even if you got the first 3 correct, right, that is a good indication that you are looking for the right candidate. You're looking for the right candidate in your transformation, right? Or you are looking for that right person. Because believe me, only people who are in that first, who have got passion, who have got creativity and intellect, those are the ones who would be able to challenge themselves. Only those people are the ones who will be able to challenge themselves, right? Otherwise, what will happen is the other set of people won't be really able to challenge themselves. And this is one of the, so this is from a book, What Matters Now, by Gary Norman, right? Which is where he has talked about these skills. Which of these skills are transferable skills? Which of these skills are something which cannot be transferred as such? Okay, now how do I make a success a habit? Like the example what I saw earlier, right? What we saw earlier, whether it was Taroli or whether it was Yelena, how do we challenge ourselves? How do we go into that zone of high performance zone? See, one important thing to understand is that when our teams reach a high performing zone, or when we are into that high performing zone, it doesn't mean that we will not have any crisis. We will definitely have crises like what Yelena had, right? I mean, she was challenged. She had broken the Olympic record on her way to final. And here she was staring at an Olympic medal loss. She was staring in front of her at a disqualification. But she could easily adapt to the situation. She could easily change herself and adapt herself to that situation at hand, right? So there are different models. There are different ways or different models by which we can bring about that attitude change, or we can bring about that mindset change. So I'll be talking about a couple of these models to challenge ourselves, right? I mean, these are more to challenge ourselves. These are also more to actually I would say challenge our teams also or our coaches also. So these models which I'm going to talk about, they can either be applied for your own personal coaching or for your own personal improvement, or they can also be applied in your teams. So these are the models which can also be applied in your teams is what we need to remember here. So